but it should tell you, give you that option once you type it in.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining. I'm going to ping it, Alan. I don't know if I know what I did just now. All right, so no, I don't know how to ping it. Alan, I don't know how to ping it. I'm sorry. I tried.
Put down.
We in.
Hi, hey, Alan.
How you doing?
I'm good. So today I asked a few people to join, including yourself, to tell me, with this whole pandemic that's going on, where are you located, Alan?
I'm in Denver, Colorado right now.
Okay, so are y'all experiencing, because they say it's around the globe. So what type of things have you been noticing? What's different? Like, let's just have a small conversation of then and now type thing. Is it scary? What's going on?
Well, I can tell you, pretty much I can tell you this. After this pandemic is over, there's gonna be a different world with the close encounterment with people, with the just everything in general. Right now, we have to. I'm on base, so I have to wear masks every time I go out and stuff like that. I'm partly essential, so sometimes I go into work, sometimes I don't. Uh, like it's frustrating for kids because kids want to interact and go out and do stuff, but they can't do it like that. Um, they have curbside services. All the restaurants are only deliveries or pickup. Um, we have I want to say not a curfew, but just
Stay at
only
home.
stay at home. Like so, basically
Mhm.
only like get groceries, get gas, um, get this things that you need for your house and your family and stuff like
Right.
that. But what I
Have you
do,
seen? Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, like, I know you say when you go out you have to wear your mask and stuff, and we do the same here in South Carolina. But have you noticed that some individuals don't wear masks? Like, do
They
you
don't.
see their? Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah,
I thought it was just maybe here, a little country town, what have you. But so it's there too in Colorado.
it's there too. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. I've been in Japan for like 4.5 years, and I'm just
Yeah.
got here. So usually in Asian countries they wear masks in general, just to
Oh,
go
I
out
never knew that.
to not spread the germs that they have.
Oh
Now,
wow.
the mask that actually works is the mask like with the respirator. So if you work at like a plant, Devro, Koyo, AYP, the
Hmm.
plants that people in South Carolina that knows, or you like for example for me, if I'm on a ship and I gotta paint, or
Hmm.
you weld, so the mask that has the respirators, those are the masks that actually works. But the rest of the masks, nah.
Really? So
Mm-mm.
that's something new.
Yeah, it
That
really,
we learned.
yeah, it really don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Only thing it does is prevent you from spreading your germs. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? But
Right. Right.
like
Well,
I
I guess
said,
it's fair for the ones who, let's say, work in the healthcare industry and all that good stuff to wear the
mhm,
mask so we wouldn't spread those germs to other people.
that's
It
right,
won't be
that's
considered
right,
selfish.
that's right. Now my
Mm-hmm.
pet peeve, and I
Mm-hmm.
hate this, and I see this all the time. These gloves.
Oh God, I know what you're about to say. It kills me. It kills me, Alan.
Let me tell you, if you don't know the correct protocol of wearing gloves, don't wear them at all.
Don't wear them.
Don't wear them
Don't wear them.
because, for example, you be at Walmart, you see an old lady, she at the door, she's checking receipts and
Mm-hmm.
checking your baggage, or you're at Sam's, they're checking your baggage and stuff like that. I don't see a brand new pack of a box of gloves nowhere near that lady.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So that means she was wearing that same glove, and it's the ones that's doing it is the ones that like think they're protecting themselves and stuff like that, but they're
Right.
actually spreading the disease
You're
because
spreading it.
You wear that glove from home. So you went from home, touch all this stuff. You went from your car, you touch your driving wheel. Then after you touch your driving wheel, you go inside the store, you open the door, you touching the door handle, or you go into the whatever
Right.
push door or whatever. Then you go in and you feeling on all the material. You know, this lemon ain't right. So you put this lemon down, pick up
Yeah.
another lemon. This apple, you pick up another apple, and you're not sanitizing your gloves. And like I said, can't sanitize your gloves because like the main disease it attracts is plastic. So your gloves are plastic, and they walking around the store with the buggy. They got the handlebars on the buggy, and they're pushing the buggy with the same glove. They're walking out the store with the same glove. So every time they touch something, they're not taking it off. Now,
Right.
doctors, nurses, and stuff like that, they'll tell you every time they use those gloves on the patient, they change it.
They take them off.
Take them off
Changing the
and get a whole
procedure,
new
they
one.
taking them off. Yeah, opening the door, they taking them off. They're constantly changing gloves. What I noticed, because I'm at the front desk at a doctor office, and when this, I didn't wear gloves initially. We just always washed our hands, at front desk,
That's right.
However, when all this happened, we were required to mask up, wear the P's, whatever, and the gloves and stuff. In the first day I wore my gloves, Alan, I'm telling you, I'm touching the phone. Hello, thanks for calling.
That's right.
And I was like, wait, I almost didn't wash my hands all day. I'm touching everything. I'm digging in my purse. I said, let me start off like this. I wear one glove on my right hand that I use all the time, so I get in the habit of taking them off and washing my hands. That's the only way I was able to get it together. But with them gloves, it's a mental thing. You feel like you can just do everything.
That's
and
right.
I was spreading germs like crazy to myself. Yeah, so
it's a normal habit. It's a normal habit. It's a human nature. You know what I mean? You when you do a job or you're doing something, you at the office and you're doing something, you just gotta, you touching things. You got a phone answer. That's your job. I gotta pick up the phone and I answer. I gotta do some paperwork. I gotta pick up this pen and do something. And then now. You know how many people use that one pen? Yeah. Because you don't know where office and setting you work at. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like, it's gonna be a whole different world.
I think we'll be more alert now, more understanding to germs and all kind of stuff, and respect other space. Their personal space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, man, I just wish, I see our people, man, like we gotta listen.
We gotta listen.
We hard-headed sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
We're very
we gotta
hard-headed.
listen. Like,
we don't take it serious.
Yeah, I don't see a few classmates on Facebook on live throwing 25, 30 head parties.
Me too, Alan. I felt some type of way, but I just kind of stay home and mind my business. But it's like, God, that could end up affecting a lot of us. We gotta chill out.
Yeah, it's okay to go with your family, go to the park. If you fish, go fishing. Fishing got that distance. Do some stuff that has distances. That's already had distance before all this stuff happened.
Exactly.
So any activity, if you want to go hiking, if you're not near a lot of people, not really near a lot of people if you're hiking. So go hiking, go fishing, go hunting. And if you hunt, you know your food. You know where your food coming from.
That's true.
So you go to these stores now, they're putting all these chemicals. Now hey, people touching these foods now. Guess what? They're wearing gloves, touching these foods. Get your own food.
I understand, and that's so true.
Especially South Carolina, they should know how to hunt and stuff like that. Right. Fish. You got enough country land and stuff and woods and stuff to do that stuff. So
to do that. But yes, Alan, I really appreciate you joining in. We're going to travel across the globe a little more and go visit another state. So checking in Colorado, I really appreciate it, Alan.
No problem.
Stay safe, stay masked up, and that's all I can say. Thank you so much, Alan. I really appreciate the feedback.
Same to you, man. Nice,
all right,
nice
thank
talking.
you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Nice talking to you. Bye.
Right. Okay, how would we hang up on that thing? Okay, there we go.
All right, so let's see what other state and see what's going on there. We're going to go to Miss Marie Antoinette. We're just waiting for her to join. So that was some great feedback in Colorado. Hey, Antoinette. How you doing?
I'm good. Got a
That's
long
good.
time.
I know, right? So Antoinette, let's jump right in. Where are you located?
I am in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I didn't know Alan was in Colorado, but
Yeah.
I'm next to Colorado, Texas. I feel the need to explain this because I'm not in Mexico. So
Right. I must say a lot of us kind of get it twisted because I think I did at first when Sherry went over there. But yeah, you're in New Mexico, not in Mexico. So I know you were tuning in when Alan was talking, that he's semi-essential. Are you an essential employee or you working from home? Or?
um, well, I work for the school district, so I have the option to work from home
Okay.
and come into the office as needed. So
Okay.
I have been in and out of the office, but primarily I'm working from home.
Okay, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. What have you noticed there? What's different from then and now with this whole pandemic?
Well, this time I was a little bit closer. Working at the school district, I was getting information as the district was, and it was
Hmm.
changing literally minute by minute. You see a lot of things like comments online. Why is the school closing? That has nothing to do with your teacher. That has nothing to do with your
Right.
principal. A lot of times it has nothing to do with the superintendent. The governor makes that decision.
Mm.
So, I was kind of close to it, closer than what I've ever wanted to be and closer than
Mm.
I've ever been. And so that was hard because as an employee, I had to, basically I was told you're coming in the office regardless. But as a
Mm.
mom, and you're finding out schools are closing, it was
Right.
hard to figure out how do I navigate between the employee self and the mom and me.
Right.
So that was really hard, but ultimately the governor made a decisions to close the school for the remainder of the school year. So
Mm.
anything can happen, as far as if outside open back up, it doesn't matter. Schools are closed. The
Closed.
students are distance learning, but our district is the largest district in the state.
Mm.
We didn't have a system where our students had Chromebooks or laptops.
Okay.
So
Mm.
I was there kind of part of that whole process, and chaos of you can't have kids learn from home if they don't have the tools.
Right.
It was chaotic. It really was.
So what did y'all come to terms with? Like, what are you doing? Since do y'all now did y'all provide the Chromebooks? Are you doing like Zoom meetings or?
All the above. They actually partner with PBS, and
Okay.
they have lessons that broadcast on the PBS channel.
Wow.
And they are currently attempting to distribute Chromebooks. Um, it's
That's cool.
is it working? It's kind of hard to say, but it's literally a district trying to do the best. It's 143 schools in the district,
Mm.
so it's just trying to you're behind the ball in a sense, and
Right.
you're trying to survive. So that part has been hard. On top of my kid doesn't understand any of this. He just wants to see
Really.
friends. That's it.
Mm.
I didn't. It's his fifth. My son. It's his fifth grade year. And I was thinking mostly it would impact seniors. I didn't realize
Right.
how much it impacts eighth graders. It was their last year in middle school. Fifth
Yeah, that's
graders,
true.
it's their last year in
Little
elementary
baby.
school,
Yeah,
and seniors because it's their last year in high school. So
that's
my
true.
son was devastated as far as,
Mm.
what do you mean I'm not going to see my friends again ever? Because at age 11 you think you never ever going to see them again.
Right.
So
Right.
that has been just an extra layer of dealing with all this, on top
Mm.
of he has asthma.
Right.
So
Oh gosh.
I'm
Yeah.
his mask don't match my outfit, but if I bring something home to my kid, I know that he's a little bit more,
Right.
prone to get
Prone
sick.
to.
It's
Exactly.
allergy season. How do you know an
How you
allergy
differentiate the
cough
two.
from a
Right.
COVID-19 cough? So
Exactly.
this
And,
has
and 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 it's sad that you have to treat everyone as suspect. You hear a cough and it's like, okay, you say it's allergies, but how do I know? So now it's playing a layer on our feelings, and it's just, oh my God, it's just a tough time for the kids, for us, parents. I don't know. It's just sad. I don't know. It's very unexpected.
and being so far from home, I think that's the hard part. I think God, my brother's here. So
Hmm.
he moved out here in October. I don't know if I could have survived this quiet time.
Yeah.
This kind of force you to stay at home, makes you miss family. Um,
Right.
be in New Mexico and know my grandma's in South Carolina, my dad, my sister and mom are in Tennessee. That's hard when you can't even go over to your grandma's house to check on her. I can't go to
Right.
my grandma and say, do you need groceries? So
Right.
that's been the hardest part as well, is going through this so far away from home.
I know.
So it's something else that you have to adjust to.
That's right. You just have to stay strong and
Mm-hmm.
prayer, and all that good stuff. So,
Yeah.
oh, but Antoinette, I really, really appreciate you sharing that with us. The same thing I asked Alan, when you do have to go to the grocery store or something, do you see people wearing masks? Is some people taking it serious from what you noticed, some not? Kind of the same.
I made a comment, and I'm trying. I don't know how many white people are on here. Okay, let me tell you something. The Caucasian race always had a problem with giving people space. They cross over you. They stand on top of you. I think that's been a problem well before this has happened. What I have seen in the stores, I have seen a combination of older people that are wearing them, and then you just see some that don't wear them at all, but they expect you to give them the 6 feet. I got on my protective gear, so I was just in the grocery store the other day, and this guy was just standing in this one spot in the meat department, and I just needed him to move. Like I need you to pick what you need to pick and move on. He's standing there like he owned all of the meat in that section. And so when I nicely went around him, he,
like, come on, I'm standing here. That's how he felt. Back up. Yeah.
So I think what people other need to consider is the sense of entitlement that's being combined with this whole social distancing. So I totally agree. Some people think they're exempt. We could talk about Black people all day down at the beach in Florida. We could talk about Black people all day in South Carolina having, throwing yard parties. I feel like each culture is handling in their own way, and we're all violating rules because it's what we decide is important to us at that time. And
absolutely.
So the people violating in the grocery stores, they own the aisle. It's like one person go down the aisle. I don't think that's a rule, but because a person doesn't even want you to pass them.
Right, because they don't have a mask or something.
CDC say, I can't pass you to get this rice that I need,
Right.
You starting to see where they're kind of taking it as a way to, bring back some Jim Crow laws. I don't know, but that's the only part, maybe because I am African American and these people are not my people. That's another thing. I'm not surrounded by my people, so I don't have that comfort of my people. So you feel like, I think you taking this a bit far, because you probably felt this way regardless because of my skin.
Right. Yeah. I totally get it. Thanks for the honesty. So, Antoinette, we're going to move on across the globe. I really appreciate it. You look gorgeous, by the way. Nice seeing you. No, cheers to you. You look like a red wine drinker. I am a white wine drinker. I like Moscato sweet wine. What is that, sweet red?
This is Cab. This is dry.
Oh, you like dry. Okay, like the Pinot Grigio and all that stuff.
Yes.
You love it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I'm a sweet person. I'm a sweet type of gal.
Girl, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Antoinette. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye. All right, ladies, and gentlemen, excuse me. So let's see where else we're going. So we went to Colorado. We went to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's see what we have next. Let's go to Tennessee. Hey, Sherry. How you doing?
Oh, great. How are you?
Good. I'm good. So where are you located, Sherry?
I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee. So I know you probably heard a few of us, talking so far, just conversation. How are you feeling? How you feel about then and now with this pandemic and with the children and everything. So what's going on there?
It's going pretty well in my house.
Okay.
In Knoxville in general, I would say people are adhering to the rules, wearing the mask out in public and That's what I'm noticing. And in my house, like I said, it's going pretty well. Me and my husband are kind of like homebodies anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest, this has actually been some downtime where I don't run around as much taking the kids all the different after school stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean,
So how do you feel being a teacher more so than just, helping with homework and this and that? How do you feel being a full-time teacher now?
good way to put it. She paid $1 bazillion. Hard.
It is very hard.
Hard. Yeah, I love the way you said that. I think you need a lot of support.
Mm-hmm.
You need your kids to be on some kind of routine, some kind of schedule, and they need to take ownership for a lot of things. I mean, I'm home with 3 kids. So yeah, that's a great way to think of it. Yeah, I'm not a mom with a period at the end of it. You're right. It's like I'm a teacher. I'm a this. I'm a that. So
yes, we're everything now. You're the after school program director. You're the teacher. You're the mom. You're the principal. You're everything right now. And so am I. And I like the way you say it as far as our children need to take ownership now. And honestly, I don't think I don't have them on a schedule, Sherry. Like, to me, this is like, we get up, I'm gonna try to help you with your homework today after work, and then you probably up all night or something. I don't know, it's just bad. I gotta do better, Sherry. My kids gonna be all out of whack when it's time to go back to school.
Oh, you're doing great. Honestly, I think that was the biggest thing I did learn is you do the best you can and give yourself grace. None of us could have prepared for this or would have had like a rule book for it.
Right.
But yeah, I think you're doing an amazing job. And honestly, I feel like sometimes the kids need that relaxation and the pressure off, and then maybe sort of transition them, ease them into some sort of structure. Mm-hmm. So they're dealing with this as well. Like my sister, she was the one that was on before. Mm-hmm. Really good point when she said, about my nephew and how he's just emotionally dealing with the fact that he won't be able to finish his 5th year, as a 5th grade in elementary school with
right.
his all the things that come with that. If you think about him being on some sort of real strict regimented thing and him trying to process all that emotionally, I think that would be like a disaster. So I think just kind of keeping close to your kids, feeling them out, checking in with them mentally, emotionally, and then maybe easing into some sort of routine and schedule. But the only reason why I say routine and schedule is just because it's 3 against 1. That's all. Like, for me, I gotta have them doing something, and then I can kind of, I'm just not all over the place.
Right. And it's more so for us. That's why that routine needs to be in place. You got to keep us sane so we won't go crazy. As far as the swimming, are you still swimming? Like, how is she doing with that?
Oh my gosh, you asked like the best questions, because my husband and I already signed them up for my kids swim every year, and swim in a swim team. They swim competitively, and that is what they look forward to, and that's what I look forward to, because it's something in the middle of the day. I mean, something for them to do during the day, and then I can just kind of like, it breaks my day up, and I know they're learning a skill that they'll need, especially in Knoxville, so much water. I would love to feel the safety of knowing if they went to a friend's house or something that they take care of themselves in that way. But yeah, they actually said officially, from what I understand, that it's kind of too far out to flat out say we're going to cancel. But we signed them up and we just didn't pay the money yet, because we're just like, it's easier to pay the money later than to try to get some sort of credit or refund.
Exactly.
But it's definitely a possibility that that might.
Well, we're going to hope for the best.
Thank you.
Well, Sherry, I do appreciate you. This little conversation we had is for Tennessee. I'm in South Carolina, so I really appreciate you tuning in, sharing that with us. So you look good. Love you. Miss you lots. And we're going to move on to the next state. Huh?
All right. I can't wait. I'll keep watching.
Okay. See you later.
All right.
All right. Bye. All right. So let's see if we have another state to go to. Let's see what we have. We're going to New York. Let's see what's going on there and what part she's in. Hey,
Okay.
T.
Hello.
Hey. So where are you at?
How you doing? Brooklyn, New York.
Whew. Okay, so when we hear New York, we get kind of nervous because we see all this stuff on the news and all the craziness. So how are you handling it there? How are your kids handling it? Is it scary? Like, what's going on?
It is. I don't let them go out the house.
So they're in the house, like
I
they're
don't
not
let
going
them go.
anywhere.
They haven't been out the house. Only my son, like when he walks the dog or we walk the dogs, that's it, because the girls can't go out the house. They got asthma.
Oh yeah. So like when y'all walk the dog and stuff, do y'all wear y'all mask? Are y'all nervous? Like how do y'all feel about that?
And gloves.
Oh
You don't
wow.
want to touch nothing, because even you don't know if your neighbor or something living in the building. Like it was only a three family building though, but it's scary. Every time you go out, you have to wear masks up here, and that's mandatory.
Oh
You
wow.
have to
So if
have a
they see
mask,
you,
a scarf. Yeah,
if
because
they
they
see you
catch it, they're
without
gonna give you a
masks
ticket,
and
and
stuff,
they're gonna say something. But they supposed to be giving masks out. When? I don't know.
oh wow. And I know it's a shortage. It's a
It's
shortage on
bad up
supply.
here.
I can imagine. I know that's scary.
You will not. You barely. Well, I have bought like a lot of tissue and paper towels, but tissue. If you go in the store and they have, you better get it. Paper towels is no more. Bleach in a lot of stores. A lot of stores are not open. A lot of stores are closed.
Oh wow. So
It's bad up here.
when you first heard about this pandemic, I mean, cause it hit y'all like wildfire. Like it was like doubling, tripling overnight.
It hit, so I think it been here, but they wasn't really letting us know what was
Oh,
going on. But I'm always careful, because when I go to work, but I haven't been going to work because my asthma started acting up and I have to be careful. So it's just hectic. Only to the grocery store and back in the house.
wow. This is definitely life changing for all of us. All of us. So,
It's
and
the worst. We couldn't
I
even go on
know
a
it.
vacation.
That's what I was about to say. I know you were planning on traveling this month. You couldn't even do that. Wow.
And my kids were so disappointed.
Yeah. This sucks. So I know it's scary and
It's
I don't know. I just hope for the best for you guys, because like you said, y'all have the asthma going on and that in itself is scary. So you're doing the best thing, just staying home and not going anywhere. That's about I know like
I
it's about to
don't.
drive the kids crazy.
Only to, well, at least they have something to do. We had to play games, create. We even act like we went down south. You have to just, you gotta pretend you gotta do stuff. Cause you
Right,
go
right.
crazy, you get tired of being in the house.
I'm telling you, I understand. I understand. That was funny. So be creative and pretend, and that's where our imagination come in at.
Yes, we
Look, y'all
have
couldn't
to.
talk country though. Y'all ain't got that down pat though.
Oh, Mama got it a little more than us. People ask her, she from down south.
Really?
Yeah, because of the certain things that she say. They was looking forward to seeing your kids. Oh man, this is so messed up.
Yeah, I know, but we'll see all
Yeah, we
y'all
have
in
to
due
push it back.
time. Yeah. Hopefully it'll
Yeah,
be soon. Hopefully it'll be soon.
I
But
hope so.
Latique, I really appreciate you tuning in. Well, not tuning in, joining, and letting us
Oh,
know
you
how
welcome,
things
friend.
are. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Y'all
you know
take
what
care. Be
too?
safe. Huh?
I live across the street from the hospital. You could see the trucks where they be bringing bodies. People is dying. Like, oh my God, it's sad. It is. This is really serious.
That's very scary. I wish you could look. I wish you could zoom outside and show us, but I don't want anyone to feel any type of way,
Oh
who's
yeah.
tuning in.
But I mean, well, I couldn't zoom like from. I would have to go outside and go like to the
Okay.
back, but you're not gonna actually see it. But I mean, to get a better
Right, I get what
understanding of
you're
what
saying.
is really going on. Yeah, because
So
it's sad.
y'all hear from someone, because a lot of us down here, TT, really, I don't think take it serious. So y'all hear from someone we know, we grew up with, that this thing is real. Like you can see bodies being taken out of the
Yeah,
hospital.
really
Like, oh
take it
my
serious
God.
because people are really. I mean, it's serious and it's sad because people can't even bury some of their family.
Right.
They can't. They have a place they take all the bodies. After 14 days, if you don't claim the body, the city buries the body.
Oh
So
my
imagine
God.
if people who live alone, or you're not contacting your family, you can't get to them, and you don't have 14 days, so they're already buried, or you don't have the money to bury your loved one. It's sad because people are really going through it. It is.
Can
It
you
is.
imagine, like you said, maybe I don't talk to, I'm gonna just say my aunt, maybe once a month, or something like that. And then by the time I
Yeah.
reach out, she's already gone. She's been gone for 5
And
days.
then you calling her, thinking I'm not reaching, something else, and they done buried the person.
Oh my God, that's horrible. That's
It
hard.
is.
I'm so appreciative that you shared that piece of information with us,
Yeah.
so people
Oh, you're
know that this
welcome.
is real. Yeah.
It is. It
And to
is.
reach out to your loved ones. Sometimes we don't have
Yeah,
the
check on
14
them.
days or the 10 days or yeah. Oh my God, that's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
it is. I really appreciate you, TT, for joining and letting us know that
You welcome.
information. And again, stay safe, stay creative, use y'all imagination. We love y'all, and we'll talk to you
Lisa and I, we
soon.
love y'all.
All right, bye bye.
All right.
That was pretty sad, just to hear from someone you actually know. You don't see it on the news or anything like that. Oh goodness, that give me chills. Let me see if we got someone else who's willing. I think we do. Let's see where he's at. And if you guys want to share an experience and you're someone else, just send a request to join. We need to hear this stuff. We got to work together. Hey,
What's going on?
what's going on? What's going on? So where are you located?
I'm up here in Greenville.
Okay, so you're in Greenville, and I know you mentioned you say you travel a lot and everything, but how is it there in Greenville? What have you noticed?
From what I've seen so far, it's business as usual. Everyone's still out.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I mean, up until maybe about 2 weeks ago when I came home, like the downtown area is a huge part. There was still a guy out there, like a live band, and he was still playing, and I mean, people was just enjoying themselves. So I mean, for most part, I haven't experienced anything really bad as far as the coronavirus. Like I said, when I went to Louisiana, people were still out there fishing, and just business as usual.
Are you? Well, gosh, I wasn't expecting you to say that, but it shows us that different states is definitely, well, not really, well, because you're in Greenville, but different areas and whatever are definitely doing it different. Like, do y'all have any cases up there? I don't know.
I mean, it's really bad here, but I think it's coming down to more of a personal decision. It's like you have the people who really panic, and those people who want to put all like the toilet paper and the hand sanitizer, and then you have the people that's like, hey, look, I still want to live my life, and then we all grown, so it's like you know how to protect yourself, and they saying wash your hands. Well, that's personal hygiene 101 since you've been little, that you've been taught to wash your hands and conduct yourself when you out in public. If you have to sneeze, you cover your mouth. If you cough, you cover your mouth. You cough in your arm. So for the government to have to tell people that, I guess some people are like, hey, look, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna still enjoy myself, I'm gonna be safe at the same time. So I guess it all comes down to what your personal belief is.
Right. But what, Anthony, when you say that's being kind of selfish though, we got to care about each other at this time, not just what you personally believe in.
To a certain extent, yeah. But then you got to think about it also. It's selfish if you're sick and you know you're sick and you come out in public with it and you have the potential to spread it. That's selfish also. So
that's true.
So, but if you're sick and you still need these essential items and you come out irresponsibly and you're not protecting yourself from spreading it, then that's selfish also. So I kind of understand it from both ends because I myself, I want to get out and enjoy the nice sunny weather, the beautiful day. You know, as long as I'm protecting myself and whoever I'm with, then I don't think that's really self. If I'm not putting no one else at risk, if that
Well, if you masking up and like you said, you're covering yourself. But however, some people are asymptomatic. They don't have symptoms, you know, so they probably feel like, okay, I'm not sick. I'm okay to go out without a mask. At the meantime, you're a carrier and you're giving these people these things to where they may die from it just because you're not having symptoms.
yeah, and
So,
I like. Now I totally understand and respect that. I totally understand and respect that. And like I said, once again, it comes down to your personal choice.
I don't know if that, I don't know if that's fair to say. I don't feel like we got a choice at this moment.
Yeah, but at this point, it's crazy because it wouldn't be so bad had people do what they were supposed to do in the beginning. First, exactly.
Yeah.
And now hear Trump saying that he's gonna try to reopen everything here in May. The government here, the governor here was saying the mayor here was saying he was gonna try to open up Greenville in like the next week or so.
Ooh. Well, like you said, ain't too much changed anyway there.
Nah. I mean, it was still business as usual. Still business as usual.
That's definitely interesting to hear.
Yeah, like I said, I really can't say that I had any bad experience. Maybe there's one time when I was in Louisiana, this guy, I seen him walk in the store and he grabbed the door with his sleeve, with his shirt. So I'm like, okay, cool. You don't want to touch it with your bare hands. Okay, cool. So somehow we went in the restroom and this guy uses the restroom and walks straight out without washing his hands. Come on. I'm like, make that make sense. So it's things like that that helps adds to the pandemic.
Right. I totally get that because I witnessed a few people that use the restroom to walk straight out. And it's like, it makes you just want to be like, you nasty, you know, but then you probably got to fight this person, you know. So, yeah, it's just like, you just got to protect yourself. You just got to do what you have to do to make sure you're straight. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So I really appreciate you joining, letting us know what's going on there in Greenville. Definitely different perspective or different from what I've heard already on the other individuals that join in from the other states. So I really appreciate you.
All right. Thanks for having me. Y'all be safe.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I think we have one more state to join. I don't know if I'm able to add her. Alan, were you able to get anyone from Japan? I think we have Florida. Let's see. Oh, Lord, y'all got to drop my phone here. I don't know what happened. I keep having dip. There we go. I said the temp a little bit. I think I added her, did I? Let me go back and see. But y'all, while we're waiting on her to join, I think we have someone from Florida coming on. But we were in Colorado, we were in New Mexico, Tennessee, Greenville. Now we're waiting on Florida to join. I think I sent it. I hope so. Let's see. Let me see if it'll let me do it again. I did it already. Ooh. I'm really shocked. I know I was quiet just now because I was thinking, like, how in the world is it business as usual? I'm really shocked today. I didn't mean to pin your pinned Slick Nelly wifey. I didn't mean to pin your comment. I meant to pin mine when I first started. But I'm just shocked that people are really out there still just doing whatever. I'm gonna refresh this or something because I don't know why I can't add Florida on. We just tried. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, we look like we're having technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. Ooh. I don't know if we're at our time. I don't know what's going on. But we were supposed to have Florida on. Florida, I don't know what's going on. I accepted the request to add you. It's not allowing me. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm kind of shocked and taken back that people would still go out, because what bothers me, okay, Alicia. What bothers me is that, like I said, some people don't have symptoms, and for y'all to still go out there and have the concerts or the cookouts or what have you, and then some people got to go home to either their loved ones that are essential employees, and they be around their coworkers, and now they're probably sick. Not saying I'm not wishing that on anyone, but we have to think beyond the I'm still going to do what I want to do. To me, that's just not fair. Let's see. Let's try this again. Ooh, I think we got it. All right. Hey, Alicia.
How you doing?
I'm fine. So where are you located?
I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. So,
yeah. Okay, so we have Florida here on the map. So what's going on? What have you noticed from then until now? Like, how are you feeling? What's going on there in Florida?
I'm feeling a little disappointed in my state as a whole. I made a post on Monday, I think it was, when I went jogging, and I knew this was going to happen. As soon as the government identified that it was the African American community with the health disparities that were the major, race, I kind of fit the Caucasian, and I'm not biased, but I am a racist, but I'm more of a realist. And I knew they were going to start wearing their masks. And I went yesterday, and I only saw one person, and it probably had about maybe 75 people in the park by the bridge. No one had a mask on. And so, to my whole thing is, for African Americans, regardless, I understand what the gentleman said. It is a choice, but I feel like how responsible is that? You know what I mean?
Right.
And like in my state, I put the numbers down. Like in Florida, we had over 25,000 confirmed cases in our
Oh my
state.
gosh.
Duval, and we had 843 confirmed cases. And just today, they added an additional 1,200 cases to that. That was just the same day the beaches opened. We had 1,200 cases, and that was the largest amount that we've had since it started. So I feel kind of torn about that. President Trump, I don't even watch him anymore because I feel like, and I'm not, trying to vote or anything, but I feel like he was aware of this since December, and I feel that he should have at least notified us so we could have started doing social distancing back in January.
Right.
Now, I understand this is the first time this has happened in anybody's lifetime. The last time we had this was the influenza in 1920, and it killed like 100. So I'll give them grace for that. But I just feel like you're saying that we're going to, extend until July, August, and then you come back and you say, oh, no, we're going to open back up. And I feel like that was because it was identified in the Black community. I feel like if it was Caucasians that were rich, that were the ones primarily being affected, they would say, hold on, let's figure this out. So I'm kind of upset about that. And as far as I work in a specialty pharmacy, so I'm an essential worker, and they don't give us equipment. They just told us, make sure, you practice social distancing, which I don't like that in the pharmacy. Because everyone that comes in the pharmacy is sick or, for a need.
Right. They're coming there for a reason.
For a reason. So, you have to, do it at your own pace. But I just think it's sad here. People really aren't taking it serious. And I just got a text message from one of my friends in Miami, and he had it, and he was like, it was confirmed. He wasn't on the ventilator or respirator, but he was saying that it took him down for 10 days. And I was, oh my gosh. So it is serious. I was so glad to see my sister-in-law Latifah on the line. I don't know if she knew, but my Uncle L, Miss Kane, my godmother, her brother, he was 93 though. And he moved to New York, and it was confirmed that he died of COVID-19.
Oh, goodness.
We don't, because it takes a while, because he went to the hospital, had issues breathing, and then when he got there, he passed like in a day. It takes about 5 days once they kind of, do the autopsy and all that kind of stuff to figure out what to confirm that it was COVID. And no funeral. They went ahead because New York and New Jersey are so behind. They went ahead. So We didn't even know. We found out about it after he was already cremated. So
See? Oh my
so
gosh. Mm.
because you're not. It's such a short turnaround that they don't even give you the option for burials there. So I tell people that even if your state, um, isn't really high numbers like Florida, I think about the family of the people that,
Thank
died
you.
able to get that time. I think about graduations, like she was saying, children. I don't have any kids, but I just think about all that stuff that we're missing. And then, like in the state of Florida, I'm all about data. 25% of the students in Duval County haven't even logged in to the server to do their work, and they have Chromebooks. Parents don't have, a lot here is, poverty. They don't have the time. They have to go back to work. They're the city
Word.
bus drivers. They can't help their children. And the sad part about it all is here, you have the right, they're going to pass you, regardless if you log in or not. Your parent has the right to hold them back, but if not, that child can still go on. So my whole thing is this whole thing plays a totality on
I'm
everything, not
telling
only
you.
with health, education, work enforcement. It's going to take about 4 months at least to try, because with unemployment, they're giving people a grace period of 4 months. It's going to take our economy like 18 months to kind of even turn around from this. I
Right.
stay on scene, look at all that, and I'm telling people this is just so much more than just a virus. It affects
Right.
every,
Right.
and if you think that stimulus check, yeah, we're not going to pay it back, you're going to feel it back again in the economy when it comes back up. Gas prices are going to soar back up. Grocery, food, produce prices are going to be extremely high. Oh, they're going to get their money back. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
going to come back. So I'm just telling everybody, stay in prayer, check on your family, always wash your hands, but you have to do your part. That's the whole thing. That's
Right.
why my state is, massive number. I mean, at the beach here in Jacksonville, they told us on the news it opened at 6. They have restricted hours like 6 to 11, but at 6 o'clock the news was out there. It was already packed with over 250 people in the first 10 minutes.
I don't get that. I
Playing,
don't understand.
playing volleyball, sitting on the beach, the stuff that they tell you're not supposed to do. The news, they pan, around. They're just doing whatever they want to do. And of course, it was primarily 95% Caucasian. Once again, and I'm like, because they don't understand that they could be, asymptomatic, they could be carriers.
Right. That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing with this. A lot of people feel, oh, I didn't have symptoms. Maybe I was around Billy. He got sick, but I didn't get sick, so I'm good. No, you could be a carrier for this stuff. That's why I say I feel it's selfish. I think all of us need to play a part and do what we have to do for each other. Oh my God, that's heartbreaking. That it really is. It
Yeah,
really is. And
this one too. A lot of people don't realize that when your state is under lockdown, like here in Florida, you can't even I can't even get on 95 to go home. And my mother has MS, so we're trying not to be around her. My dad is having everybody check their temperature, who comes in the house to make sure because my mom's immune system is low. But
right,
like you were saying, the other caller saying that she wants to be around her, check on her grandmother and everybody. I can't even leave the state. They pull you
mm,
off the exit before you even try to go in Georgia, and you have to show them paperwork, documentation of why you're entering it. They want to know. The police officers pull you over. So if you don't have proper documentation to say, they're making it very hard for people to come in the state and also leave. So I
believe it.
out there to anybody who think this is just really light. I know there are like 10 states that are not doing it, and which is, fine if you don't have any cases. But for the, like for Florida, we're under a severe lockdown, like, a state
Wow.
lockdown, stay home.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alicia, I really appreciate you sharing. That was very knowledgeable, and very eye-opening. Again, from someone that we all know, we hearing it from someone that's there. So I really appreciate you taking the time out to share that with us. It was greatly appreciated. So thank you so much for joining. You look good. Haven't seen you in forever besides Facebook and stuff, but thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And I know that this, of course, because I'm gonna share it. So I know people are going to see it and be like, wow. So hopefully this will help someone realize, let me tighten myself up. Let me spread it and tell people, to do what's right for everyone. So I really appreciate it, Alicia. I really do.
No problem.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. I think that is all of the states that we had today to speak with. Again, if anyone is on before I disconnect and you're in a different state and you wouldn't mind sharing your experience with us, just send me a request. I'll go ahead and add you really quickly. But I don't know, this was an eye-opening experience for me. Again, I'm sharing this, so I hope it'll be an eye-opener for other individuals who may not be taking it so serious. But this is people that, you know, I know personally, so I know it's real, you know, so I'm hoping everyone else will take it, run with it, and learn from it. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Until I think we have something Wednesday coming up, if I'm not mistaken. That's the next one. It's called Naked Wednesday. I'll be going live on Facebook for this one. But until next time, thank you so much for joining in. Y'all take care and be safe.